there, YouTube family. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for stopping in today. I've had a couple of new people subscribe. Thank you very much. And of course, to all of you oldies but goodies, I can never show enough of gratitude to you for hanging in there with me through all of it at this point, including what's going on with me now. So I just wanted to pop in to do a little intro to the video. Today is Monday the 19th of August, and this video has what I've eaten pretty much for the last 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'll come on in the end to give you an update on my status of everything. Okay, so let me get you turned around so you can watch the video. Today's lunch, I have 4 ounces of smoked ham, which I removed all visible fat, and I have 4 ounces of Japanese sweet potato. I have iceberg lettuce, English cucumber, some Roma tomato, and some Vidalia sweet onion in the salad. I seasoned it with some garlic and herb seasoning. I added a half fluid ounce of extra virgin olive oil and some apple cider vinegar. And that does it for lunch. This afternoon before work, I'll be having some fresh raspberries along with a serving of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, to which I added some Swerve confectioner's sugar and some raspberry extract for flavoring. So that does it for this afternoon's eat. I am just about getting ready to get out the door to work. So this is the last of what I'll eat before I go home tonight. I have in my flask an Orgain protein shake, which is 130 calories for those that are interested in cents or points. And back here I have a flask of water with some electrolytes. I'm finishing up my last cup of coffee for the day with some almond milk in it. And I have a banana, which I'll have at my break, and if need be, I have this Atkins lemon bar for 150 calories, and it has 13 grams of protein, and the shake has 20 grams of protein. So, next thing you'll see is if I have anything else when I go home tonight. I am home from work now, and I am hungry. I didn't end up eating, I ate maybe half of my lunch and half of the raspberries and the yogurt before I left work. So, I'm kind of hungry right now. I did have my shake at work and I had a banana. I did not have the bar. So this is some baked beans and some Japanese sweet potato with melted fat-free cheddar cheese on top and some seasonings. And I'm off to enjoy now. Another day of eating begins. So it is 12:30 and I thought it was 11:30 because last night we lost power for a hot minute. And I don't know, I just didn't realize that I need to change the clock, and here I am. So instead of starting lunch, I'm having a breakfasty type start to my day, which is a protein shake. This is 120 calories, so you would track that as 6 cents. And this banana is a free food on plan. So this is what I'm having first thing for today. And now I'm going to go enjoy it, and I'll be back for lunch. This is what I'll be having for my lunch today. In my container, I have some iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce. I have some peas. The romaine lettuce is speed on Slimming World. The cucumber here is speed on Slimming World. And here I have some sweet onion, which is also speed. And under the turkey breast, I have, you can see here, some Roma tomato, which is speed. The peas are free food, and the grapes are free food. The turkey is free in protein. And what I'm going to do is plate this up, and I have in this container 0.3 of a fluid ounce, which would be in this case 3 cents worth of olive oil, the extra virgin olive oil, and some apple cider vinegar and some seasonings to put over my salad. And here I have a half of Healthy Extra A, which equates to 30 grams of feta cheese. This is the reduced fat version. So I will be back to show you what it looks like when it's all plated. This is lunch all plated up, and what I'm going to have with it are these Magic Pops. I'm going to have 2 to 3, and they are 20 calories each. So that would be, each one is a sin accordingly, depending on how many you have. And that does it. Time to go enjoy. I'm having for my lunch today, I have 3 ounces of cooked orzo macaroni, which is a free food on Slimming World. I have 4 ounces of imitation crab meat. You can see some of it right there, I think. And that is going to be free protein on Slimming World. Then I have an egg, also free protein. I have a combination of Roma tomatoes and sweet Vidalia onion and cucumber, which are all speed foods on Slimming World. And the peas are a free food on Slimming World. I have mixed in some Greek seasonings into the salad. And I also put a splash of lemon juice, and I put a half a fluid ounce of the extra virgin olive oil. The lemon juice is a free condiment, and the olive oil, and so are the seasonings. The olive oil is going to be 6 cents. And I'm going to pack this up now because I'll be on my way shortly to take care of Cora, and then I'm going to enjoy this. Forgot to show you this. I will be taking this banana to work with me, and this bar is just a backup in case I need to have it. I probably won't, but I always like to have one with me anyway. So the banana is a free food. I will have that on my break. While I'm at my register, I'll be having this caramel protein shake over ice in my thermos there. It's 160 calories, so this would have to be tracked as 8 cents on Slimmer Plan. In here I have electrolytes with the water. I try to have 3 bottles of water a day at least. And here's a snack that I plan to have if I need it before I go to work. This is just some mango with a heaping spoonful of this fat-free cottage cheese, which by the way is free in protein. And the mango is a free food, and the blueberries are a speed food, as you can see here. I have some wild blueberries. So I will see you again, I guess, if I have dinner when I come home. Okay, so as you can see, I'm trying. I almost wasn't going to make a video, honestly. The last couple of, last week before the last video that I actually put up for you, to give you what was going on with me, not any what I eat in a days. I deleted probably 3 days of meals because I just couldn't see, and I explained that in the last video, the point. But now I kind of do see. I came up with a reason to put them up. I want you to be able to see that even though I am struggling, I'm still trying. In case you're struggling, to encourage you to keep trying. Start each day, go meal by meal, and just keep on trying. This is what I am convinced we have to do, because if we just stop and accept, then what are we saying to, what message are we sending to ourselves? That we can't do this? We can do this. Many of us have done this many, many times. If you're in my age group, and you've always had a weight problem, you've done this gazillions of times, you know, and life is going to throw us curveballs. Be it that I am grieving now over the loss of my Cali Lily. Other people out there are grieving over the loss of a relationship, over maybe the loss of a job, or maybe the children are having issues. I know if my children are having issues, I'm having issues, worse than theirs maybe even, emotionally, because you know, moms and dads, we take everything into heart, right? It's really a struggle when you see your kid sometimes, even if they're younger and they're still in adolescent age and they're going through all of that, which is a difficult time. And, you know, then making decisions about, should I go to college? Should I go to work? And all of that that's involved with that. And then even when they do go to college, we have to let them go, even though they come back. So that's another ball of wax. Sound familiar? Maybe? So there's always something that's going to show up in our lives unexpectedly. Hopefully it's not as bad. Some situations are much more dire than others. And that's why I always make a point to tell you I wish you and your families many blessings, and I truly do, as well as for myself and my family, because life throws curveballs. You know, having a family member who's very ill and caring for that family member brings a set of stuff. I mean, I could go on and on with examples, and I'm sure that most of what I'm saying, if at least parts of what I'm saying resonates with you, and you can identify with what I'm talking about, for the purpose of encouraging you and trying to empower you to keep on going, because I don't see it as being any other choice. You know, giving up is not an option. As long as we don't give up, we have hope. And we should always have hope. We should always have self-worth. You are worthy of self-care. You are worthy of whatever it takes to meet your needs in some way, shape, or form. Because without you, the people that you're trying to take care of are not going to, how are they going to do it? You know, many of us who have these issues also are kind of like in the caregiving field, or we gravitate toward caregiving, let me put it that way, for a better description, right? If we're natural caregivers or natural caregivers, that can sometimes get us into a lot of trouble. You know, even when people reach out to us to give us help, we have a hard time accepting that help because, you know, we can do it, right? And we may feel that way, but ultimately we can't do everything. But we have to take care of ourselves. Whatever you have to do, you have to start somewhere. Start with your next meal, because that's what I do up until the nighttime thing comes. And I will tell you that what you're seeing in that footage is what I ate, but there are also other things that I ate which are not on any healthy food plan in the evening time. And I'm not going to get into all of that. You already know the kinds of things I do if you've been around a while. Just know that of all those 3 days, I do not consider myself having stayed on plan by the nighttime. But please know that during the daytime, my meals were what you saw. No in between eating. Whatever I showed you is what up until dinner time. Now, one of the nights I didn't have, it could have been more, I don't even remember now. If I didn't have dinner in any given night, which did happen, it was because I didn't plan, because I was too tired. I had decision fatigue. I was just having whatever. I was not hungry, and then I got hungry, which happened to me during the daytime as well, but I did still stick to plan in spite of that I did not finish everything that I had planned for myself because it was just too much to fit in a short time. So what I've done this morning is I started eating at 11:30, and I'm going to try to back that up to earlier because apparently, although I've tried this before and it didn't work, but I'm going to have faith, and I'm just going to do what I'm finding is being suggested. I'm not going to put an argument up. I'm just going to do it. Start eating earlier in the day to get at least 40% of my food in before 3 p.m. And we're going to give that a good shot because that would help me on days that I work immensely. But be that all as it may be, I've also had a lot of, I don't know, I spent a lot of time thinking about looking back in the last, since January when I started this new job. I only had 10 pounds to lose at that time, and I gained that 10 pounds because I was fooling around. I just lost my grip. It started with a poor work situation last April, a year ago April, and it just went on from there. But a lot of it had to do with that I just was playing around. I was not focused in the way that I should have been. And lo and behold, what I fear most happened. But now, since January, I've put on another 10, and it is because of a lot of different reasons. One being, I do enjoy this job, but I should not be on this evening shift. It is really messing me up for many different reasons. I'm not going to get into that here, but it is messing up my healthy eating life, first and foremost, and my healthy sleeping life. So I have to make some decisions. I may have to leave this job. I will put in for a change of schedule, and I'm saying this in video because I'm going to make sure that I do it and not chicken out, because I tried to discuss it a couple weeks ago and it wasn't well received. But now, since that time, I have decided that I'm going to take care of myself because I'm more important, and I'm going to put in for that change of schedule. It could mean I get written off the schedule altogether in 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks, or it could mean that I get 4 hours a week work. And then it will be up to me to decide, do I want to stay and wait it out until I get my hours back to being increased? Or do I want to just look elsewhere? Because for the type of work I'm doing, there are a lot of jobs out there. And I don't say that in any way trying to sound unkind. But it is the truth, you know. And I am retired. This job is to take care of these little people right here. And hopefully some left over to be saved. But honestly, these little people right here, they cost a lot of money. They need to go to the vet. So this was my mission almost 2 years ago now when I went back to work, to stash the money away so that I could take care of Callie Lily, which I did, and all of the rest of them. There are 7. So that's the reason. Thankfully, I am truly blessed, and I am very grateful to be this blessed. Many people in my age group have to work. They have no choice. They can't eat if they don't work. So why am I stressing? Because I try to be a good person and I care about the people I work with, yeah. But again, being in the caregiver mentality or having that type of personality, I'm kind of like forgetting about myself when I need to put myself first for my husband, for my family, you know. And I'm just another body in the bunch, you know. They'll replace me easily. It's just that when I make a commitment to something, I like to keep my commitments. That's just the type of person I've always been, and I'm sure that most of you are like that too, if not all of you, especially at this age, being a bit old school. So it's kind of hard, but in the same respect, I think I've reached rock bottom. I realized these things. I had no sleep last night, and I am exhausted today and not feeling well. And that only increases ghrelin, and that just, ghrelin is your hunger hormone and never does good things for you. It's a survival hormone. But back in the day when we were living in caves, but today we don't have, our body is giving us the same messages, but we don't have those. That is an issue, thank God, at least not where I live in this country. So feeling truly blessed once again. But be that as it may be, your body has these things in place for survival and for homeostasis and well-being. So the hormone gets released for a reason. I'm not taking care of myself. Hello, ding, right? So anyway, I'm talking way too long now. I want to thank you all very much for putting up with me. I hope that you'll stick around. I think that as I go forward, things will get better. I'm determined to make them better. It's hard, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. And I want to send you that message today. I want to send you that message that you should be on the train with me. Please board. And we're going to be on the, we're going to keep on going train. And we're going to take care of ourselves, because we should be doing that for ourselves and for the people around us that love us and need us. Enough said. My mission has always been, I don't want to be a burden to my family. You know, I've kind of like, that's gone. It's hard to stay motivated when your motivation is you want to be a healthier person. That's not really an easy thing to, it's not very helpful when it's nighttime and you go into this compulsive eating thing, or in situations where maybe for you, it's in the afternoon that happens to you, or in the morning, I don't know. But when you get into a situation where you feel out of control, that is not really a strong motivator. Other things have to come into play. You need other tools for that situation. So if you are in a situation where you're having these kinds of struggles, staying on plan for whatever the reason, maybe you don't know what the reason is, you're just feeling you can't do it, I strongly encourage you to look up Sarah, the binge eating therapist. She has so many videos. It's all free. In fact, she also has a book that she's written, which she reads to you in a video. So you don't even have to buy the book. It's about a 5-hour-long video. She goes chapter by chapter, and she has a very soothing, calming voice. So it's very easy listening. And if you fade off like I do, you can always, you know, rewind and start again. And she's absolutely wonderful. And she is a therapist because she's very therapeutic, honestly. Not all therapists are the same. And she happens to be someone who's very gifted in her field. Naturally gifted, sorry. So anyway, on that note, the hugs are coming your way. If you don't need one today, save it for tomorrow or another day when you do. They don't go bad. They don't expire. And thank you again. And I wish you blessings for you and your family. And I'm going to see you again soon in the next video that I make for you. Stay well, my friends. Bye for now.